morning, everybody. My name is Jared O'Leary. I've been playing drums since 1998, but most of it's been rudimental on concert percussion and only like a very small percent on limb independence. Now, in these streams, I share how I practice what I'm practicing, how I'm trying to improve as a drummer. And you can find all of the prior full streams in this playlist on YouTube. There's over 300 streams with timestamps in the description that shows what I was working on or what I was talking about. Because people often ask me questions in the different chats that I've got up on my other screen. And why do they do that? Because I've been drumming for a long time, and I have a bachelor's, master's, PhD in music education. So I've been teaching every grade, kindergarten through doctoral students since 2003 is when I started teaching. So, you know, a lot of experience. When people ask me questions, I will often edit those down into a little tip that I will put into these highlight reels from the streams. Right now, there's 81 videos that are currently available. This one comes out tomorrow. This one comes out the week after, the week after, the week after. So any video that says members first are scheduled to release for free. But there's dozens of hours of free drumming tips in this playlist. And you can find literally thousands of free exercises on my home tab of YouTube. Just click on drumming content right here, and that will show you all of that right there. Good morning. How you doing on Instagram? Now, if you want to find everything organized neater than I can do on YouTube, go to the link on vertical, jaredoleary.com/drum, or the first link in each one of the play-alongs or drumming tips videos, and you can find 62 chop exercises, over 900 grid variations. We're just under 1,000. We'll get there by the end of this month. Over 150, I think, timing exercises, 55 drum charts, both straight and swung, which we'll get into in a bit, 443 marching bass, and 354 technique exercises, and then all the tips, the live streams, and then some scripted lessons. Like one that's coming out on Monday is on how to hold traditional grip, so stay tuned. Edwards, hello. You had auditions, right? How'd they go? Hopefully it went good. You just finished up some... Nice. Trying to move it so I can see it. I haven't played either of those games, but I think I got one for free on like PlayStation Plus. I forget. I don't know. Okay, now I'm working out of some books. So the books that I'm using to develop limb independence are 50 Ways to Syncopation by Don Moyle, and then New Breed 1 and 2 by Gary Chester. So I highly recommend these books. They are great for practicing. And you can actually find those if you go into the tips and lessons section. This first one that has the books and gear I recommend. This has a bunch of different books. Like Dom's book for a lot of these Latin and jazz patterns we're going to go through. And then these are the New Breed books. But there's a bunch more in here for drum set, for rudimental, concert snare. Here are the pedals I'm using and the low volume stuff, blah, 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 sticks, all that. So if you're interested, check those out. They are affiliate links, just FYI. You don't like have to pay extra for them, but I get like 4%-ish from Amazon. So thanks, Amazon. You got contracted for Imperial Dynasty? That's awesome. Congrats. You're on track to make finals this year? Seriously, that's awesome. Very cool. I'm happy to hear that. I know you were working hard on it, at least based on what I was reading in the chats over the last few months. So GG's. Keep it up. Practicing pays off. Speaking of, let's work on limb independence. So to do that, oh yeah, we got to get motivated with Shia LaBeouf. You know, Shia, the great motivator. This is why you made the drum line Shia. It's because, or Edwards. It's because of Shia. We're gonna hide him. I can hear him. You'll hear him in spirit. Do it. Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it. Make your dreams come true. Just do it. Some people dream success. Well, you're going to wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not going to stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it. Just do it. Yes, you can. Just do it. If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up. I really wonder, like, what was the prompt that, like, led to this whole thing? Because if you watch the actual version, it's like 30 minutes, if I remember correctly. This is just like a 1 minute little excerpt from it. Like, what did they ask him to do? And then what was going on in Shaya's head when he was doing that? Either way, I'm super motivated now. Okay, so we're going to work on this pattern here. Last time we did it at 150. It was technically proficient. We've been doing this one for a while. So what are we doing here? So the pattern is a straight swung, and then you play short notes on the snare drum, long notes on the bass drum, etc. Disability drum kit you were talking about. You got one? That's awesome. You're so bad, but it's fun so far. I mean, so I don't know if you've heard me talk about this before, but when I first started playing drums, I was so bad that I literally couldn't even just like keep quarter notes. There was a part my freshman year, so I started drumming in 8th grade. In my freshman year of high school, there was a part when I was in the pit where I just had a just keep time on a cowbell. That's it. That's all I had to do. Just keep time. Literally quarter notes. And it got cut. I couldn't do it. That was my freshman year. And then I got yelled at by the drumline section leader. Like, he came over in front of the whole band and was like, "You're horrible, blah, blah, blah," and was just yelling at me. And I was like, well, I don't really like that. So how about I try practicing a lot? And so I started practicing multiple hours, several hours a day. And sophomore year, so a year later, I became first chair of every ensemble in the school, and then made regionals junior year and all-state, and became center snare of drum corps after that. Got a full ride in percussion performance, like yada, yada, yada. When I started, I was terrible, like absolutely terrible. All it takes is practice. And like, I've literally done research on that, read a lot of scholarship on skill acquisition and expertise. If you look at stuff by like K. Anders Ericsson, he's kind of like the grandfather of discussion on how people develop expertise. It just takes practice. But yeah, I was terrible. And now I'm less terrible. I say, and then I'm going to play drum kit where I'm not very good at yet. So, you know, you'll get there. You'll get there. All right, let's try this. So we're going to do it at 150. We're going to here. I've come a long way. Yes, I most definitely have. I was really bad when I started. But, you know, we all start somewhere. I've worked with, like, some students who, like, start off, like, better than their peers, and then they don't practice, and then they get surpassed by the people who started off at a lower level than them, but they actually, like, worked, and then they get significantly better than those students. It all comes down to effort. All of it. I'm sorry, I'm reading through your comment. Yeah, so, Edwards, that's a great point. Who you compare yourself with is kind of an important thing to consider. There's a video that is, I forget when it comes out. Let's see. Drumming tips. This one. Okay, so this one comes out Friday, following Friday. Okay, so like a month from now, why you'll never feel successful as a musician. This has several things in there that talk about that, and how like you'll never feel successful because of like the groups that you're in, like your local, and then regional, and then state, and then country, and then international. You'll just keep expanding to where you realize that like there's always more to practice. So I'm a firm believer of there's always somebody out there who is better than you, and there's always somebody out there who is practicing more than you. And one, that's okay. But two, don't let it go to your head. So if you are like, when I was center snare of like the groups that I was in, whether it was in DCI or in college, like there were still people who were at other colleges or DCI groups who were better than me. And so there's always just more to improve. But if you focus on like yourself and how you're playing as an individual, and just try and keep refining stuff, like even things that like I'm objectively very good at, I'm still trying to find stuff that like I can improve. But then also doing stuff like this where I'm like not good at it at all, and then trying to share that publicly just to show like, hey, look, I've been drumming since 1998. A lot of the people who engage with my content, they weren't even born at that point. And I'm still terrible at a lot of stuff. And then really good at other things. Just takes practice. So Tyrone, there's a lot of tabs and stuff you can actually find of people who will write out like different forms of notation for drumming. And there's often a lot of covers of people who will do it on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, what's cool is you can actually go into the settings and then go to the playback speed, and you can slow it down. So you can be like, I can't play that fast. I want to see what it's like at 45%, or even as slow as 25%. And so you can do that, and that can help you with figuring out how to play stuff. But speaking of, let's play this pattern, or at least attempt to. We'll see how this goes. 2, 1, 2, ready, and. So the hard part is how slow the cymbals are. I'm here to help, Tyrone. 1, 2, ready, and. Okay, so in my brain, I started playing the Songo. When I read through that. That's why I just like froze. It's going great. 1, 2, here we go. Okay. We did it. 1, 2, here we go. Weird patterns. Yikes. Do I ever get frustrated when people ask questions in the middle of you trying to practice? No, I appreciate it. I went a long time with 0 engagement. Yeah, so I went, like, sometimes I go weeks without, like, a single comment in any of my gaming or drumming streams. Weeks, plural. 2, 1, 2, ready, and. Oh my goodness. Why did I write that chart? No. There we go. I regret that decision. Here we go. Okay, so most of the issues with just like reading errors rather than technical errors. So it's mostly technically proficient, a little bit meh as well, but in general, like it was okay. All right, so it was technically proficient fun. I just put that in. Well, the camera's on there, so I think next time it'll switch over from meh to technically proficient. I think maybe, fingers crossed. We'll find out. Stay tuned. Today's episode of Struggling Through Some Limb Independence. Let's stretch and massage. Hold your sticks. Pull in, pull in. You just learned Murray Spree off of the videos? Yeah, that's a fun one, right? That's a cool one. I just, I wrote out, it's kind of a goofy spree, but you can actually work on it. It started as a joke, like back when I marched, we were like, hey, instead of playing shopping spree normally, what if you did it with, threes instead of diddles? And so like I worked it up a long time ago, and it was just kind of like a fun little challenge to do. And so I actually wrote out the play along for it, and I was able to schedule it for release. It'll come out on April 1st, in addition to like a normal play along, because it's kind of like a joke play along. But it's basically your stock shopping spree, but instead of diddles, it's all threes. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, having the sheet music like on my website and on my YouTube channel, it's nice. Like this is all the kind of stuff I wish I had when I was practicing. Like what I had to do back in the day, back in my day, is I had the Blue Devils drumline DVD or CD, not even a DVD, that you could play along to, and there was like no way to speed it up or slow it down. So when they were playing triplet diddle, like I was attempting to play it at triplet diddle speed that they recorded it at. That was like the only available option. But the fact that these go, like if we do triplet diddle from 40 to like 200 beats a minute is just absurd. So it's like all the kind of stuff that I wish I had way back in the day. I would have been a much stronger player if I had that ability. Stock shopping spree is cheeses, flam drags, and like inverts. Yeah, so I'll show you here in a moment. There is a play along underneath the chop section for stock shopping spree. It's kind of like an extended spree, but it's flam drags, cheeses, flam fives. That's like your basics where it usually starts with. And then it goes into cha-cha inverts, cheese cha-cha, cheese inverts, and then chut cheeses is where it ends. But you can find that under the chop section, stock shopping spree. I'll show you that, but it's a good one. And then there's a variation of that, which is 4210 spree, which does 4 counts of each one of those rudiments in that order, and then 2 counts of each one of those rudiments, including 2 counts of check, and then 1 count of check and 1 count of each of those rudiments, and then the 0 is where you get rid of the check entirely, and it's just 1 count of every one of those rudiments. So you go flam drag, cheese, flam 5, cha-cha, invert, cheese, cha-cha, cheese, invert, chut, cheese, done. 1 rudiment after another. And that one's also under the chop section on my website. But yeah, Edwards, what you're asking about, like when people ask me questions in here, yeah, I'm practicing. But like I like the questions. Like the reason why I'm doing this as opposed to teaching privately, which makes way more money. Teaching privately is a very lucrative thing. Like I used to have like 25 students just on Saturday, Sunday, and that was a whole lot more than I'm making on YouTube. I can tell you that. But being able to have people from all around the world literally ask me questions and then be able to respond to that, it's why I'm doing what I'm doing here. So like I actually like it, even though it's like a quote interruption of me practicing. Like I'm here to try and help the community and, practice. But I have no problems with that. Inverts and cheese inverts, my worst rudiments by far. Here, I'll show you something that you can use to work on that. I got you. Turns out I have a play along that can help you with anything. I'll show you actually a couple of different things. Let me just finish the massage real quick. Ooh, middle finger is extra tight. Okay, so if we go back here, for anyone who's stopping in, this is linked at the vertical right there. and then every one of the play-alongs will take you to here. So the stock shopping spree is this one right here. When you go into it, it's just flam drag, cheese, flam 5, cha-cha-cha, invert, cheese cha-cha-cha, cheese invert, cha-cheese, with a check in between. And it goes as slow as 40 beats a minute in the timestamps, or as fast as 200 and every click in between. So that's the stock version. And then the one that I wrote out and was able to schedule, that'll come out on April Fool's Day, April 1st, is everything is now 3s. So we have flam drags, cheeses, get it 3, flam 7s instead of 5. So that's just kind of like a fun little goofy way that you can work up your spree, and that'll come out on April 1st. But the one that I was talking about, Edwards, for the shopping spree, that's an interesting variation, is this 4210. So the first page, it starts off, it's literally the stock shopping spree, page 1, normal. And then we go to here, page 2. Now it's doing 2 counts of everything. So 2 counts of check, and then 2 drags. Check, cheeses, check, 5s, etc. It goes through all those rudiments. And then it does 1 count of beats. So 1 count, and then flam drag. 1 count, cheese. 1 count, flam 5. It gets a little wonky in here when you get into the inverts, because there's only 2 notes for an invert. So chugga da chugga chugga da chugga da chugga da chugga da cha. Kind of cool. But then the 0, which is really neat, is the flam drag, cheese, flam 5, cha-cha-cha, invert, cheese, cha-cha-cha, cheese, invert, cha-cheese. So the 0 is, yeah, it is quite a chop out. that line in particular, the cha-cheese at the end is like, just trying to get that in there. So if you play that fast, like apparently the last time I did it, we were doing it at like 140. If you go like 140 and above, it's like, whoo, hey, that made the snare resonate. Anyways, so what you're asking about with or talking about with the inverts, if you scroll all the way down to the technique section, here's a couple ways that you can work on it. So underneath the rudiment builders, if you scroll down, there's inverts builder and cheese inverts builder. These two, let's say you're doing cheese inverts. What it does is it's what your hand is playing on a cheese invert, just the right hand, and then it adds in the next note, and then it adds in the first left hand, and then the next left hand right here, and then the next left hand, so that it's a cheese invert. So this is like your normal cheese invert, and then it subtracts 1 note, in this case the right hand, and then it subtracts another right hand, and then it subtracts another right hand, and then it subtracts a left hand. So it's slowly layering in 1 note at a time to get it to the point where you're playing the whole cheese invert, or invert if you're playing the invert builder, and then it removes it. So this works on your hands in isolation and in context musically. This is the best way, in my opinion, to work on a rudiment, is to isolate out the hands and put it together, then isolate out the other hand. So this exercise can help you out with that, and it's finally available. So it was members first for a while there. Another thing that you can do, if you scroll down to the slow, fast, slow, and fast, slow, fast, if you put this on like 16th notes, and then you go into the timestamps in this one, and you say, I can play cheese inverts at like, I don't know, 90. So you can say, all right, I'm going to go from 40 to 90 to 40. And so when you click on this, it's going to count you off at 40 beats a minute and just play 16th notes. And it's going to go 1 click faster every measure. So I'm skipping through this, and it's slowly moving up until you get all the way to your fastest speed, which in this case would be 90. It'll hold it there for 4 measures, and you can hear 16th notes, maybe. I don't know if you can hear that or not. But then it'll slow it back down to the starting speed, which in this case was 40. And then it'll stop. So once it gets to 40, it'll stop right after this. And then it goes back up 5 more clicks for the next chunk. So that's slow, fast, slow. And the opposite of that, if you want to start off at your faster speed, slow it down, and then speed it back up again, is fast, slow, fast. So there's quarter note version, 8th note, swung 8th note, triplets, 16th note, and swung 16th for each one of those. So those are some ways that you can work on your inverts and cheese inverts. But anyways, speaking of working on stuff, let's work on stuff. I I'm gonna go to the next one I'm not good at yet. Like, what? What's the next one? Oh, this one is hard. It's so simple, but I'm so bad at it. It's literally just playing quarter notes on the ride pattern while you play on 3 with the foot. And then you just read through. Playing the quarter note is just like that's fine. I've played enough of that I'm okay with playing double time on snare and long notes on bass drum. But the hi-hat on 3 is what screws me up. I don't know why she swallowed the fly, but you know, she's gonna do what she wants to do, I guess. All right, so we're gonna try it at 160 again. We'll see how it goes. Am I ever gonna add Diddy to play along? No, unless I reach out to Skojo and like ask to do what I did with like Flamis. So Diddy is has copyright on it. Like the stuff like these sprees or these like standard like grid variations and technique exercises, like nobody owns a copyright for that kind of stuff. But or they're not selling any of their music. But Flamis and Cheesy Poofs are for sale. So I reached out to Murray and was like, hey, I'd like to make a play along. And so in these play alongs, you can hear the whole part, but you can't see the whole part. And it links to Tap Space's website, which is Murray Gusick, Jim Casella's music publication company. So that way you can purchase the full music to support them. So all the transcriptions, so-called, that you see of people who write out stuff and put the PDF online, it's actually illegal to do that. So that's why this doesn't have the full music visible, even though you can hear it. It's because of agreements with the copyright holder, Murray Gusick. But with Diddy, that is for sale. So like, I have the Blue Devils Book of Drumming. I actually just pulled it up for yesterday's stream, and it's got the original Diddy in there. So I could very easily write it out. Or like 97 Shopping Spree, or a lot of their other cool exercises in there. But because that book was for sale, I don't have the music for that because I just want to, you know, not violate copyright. Okay. Let's do this. Wish me luck. How's this going to go? Probably not good. I mean, think positively. It's going to be perfect. Why is it so quiet? Okay. 1, 2, here we go. Again, that hi-hat on 3 messes me up. 1, 2, here we go. If this was just quarter notes on the ride, ooh, it'd be so much easier. 2, 1, 2, ready, and. Reading music confuses you. There's a lot of YouTube channels that like have like stuff for reading stuff. These charts might help, but like they can teach you the very basics. It just takes practice. I used to, one of the jobs that I had was a general music teacher, K through 6, so kindergarten through 6th grade. So I taught like 5-year-olds how to read music, so it just takes practice. You can figure it out. 2, ready, and... Okay, it was better than it was last time. It was mostly technically proficient, but we still got a long way to go with it. But yeah, so Tyrone, like, having taught kindergartners how to read music, you can definitely do it. But because I have that experience teaching that, I do plan on eventually making some videos that help with reading music, but I've got such a long list of like videos to make that I don't know when those will come out. It might be like a year or 2 from now. Since I've already got like 460 some odd videos scheduled, we've already got a lot of content coming out. But yeah, that'll be something that I can make some more content of. Until then, I'd recommend just checking out some other channels to see how to read music. But it's not as difficult as it looks. Once you figure out the basics, it's like, oh, okay, I get it. It's making sense. Okay, so we're going to do this at 175. So the Songo. So what is a Songo? Songo is this. So you can play this on the hi-hat. You can play it on the ride. I'm going to play it on the ride, but we're going to play this pattern. That's the ostinato that repeats over and over. And then... we're going to read through the snare parts. There. No. There. Okay, so 175. And let's see. What chart? I try and like make sure I don't do the same ones over and over. So I'm like trying to find different ones. That way it's actually like sight reading it. If I just keep playing the same 5 charts over and over, then you'll eventually memorize it, and it won't be sight reading. The goal of this is to make it so you can read through it while playing whatever the pattern is that you're trying to do. 1, 2, ready, and... okay, so just reading it on the snare. 1, 2, here we go. Oh my goodness, I can't get back on the correct beat. Let's try that again. You did not see that. That was flawless. What was flawless? Nothing. Nothing. 1, 2, ready, and... wish me luck. Might need more coffee. 1, 2, here we go. Well, that was better. One, two, here we go. Some reading airs in there. One, two, here we go. Two more charts. One, two, here we go. Last chart. One, two, here we go. I rushed the release. Fired. No. But I like my job. Alright, cool. Technically proficient. For the most part. Other than, that time when we all just ignored, right? That never happened. Oh yeah, this one. Okay. Let's actually try this one faster. We were doing it at 100 recently. Let's try it. Let's be brave. You can do it, Jared. Believe in yourself. Okay, so what are we doing? Ding, 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 ding. Normal jazz pattern. Swung. Quarter note triplets. While you read through it on the bass drum. Whoa, it's like extra floppy, the cymbal. Alright. That's the goal. 110, and we got to go to the swung charts. So we've been working on the straight charts right now. So just below the straight charts are swung charts, and because we're going to do it at 110, we're going to go into this playlist right here. That's got all 55 drum charts in here, and we're going to do, I haven't done this one today, I don't think. 26 to 30, yeah, sounds good. Okay, so timestamps, we're selecting 110 beats a minute. Two, and here we go. Okay, so this is the ostinato. This is the part that does not change. One, two, oh, 1, 2, here we go. had a little hiccup at the end. Thank you for the like on YouTube. Appreciate it. Okay, so the ostinato, the snare one, is just kind of like, you could do it as ghost notes, or you could accent random stuff, whatever you want. Oh, 1, 2, here we go. Thank you for the like on YouTube. Oops. You could also change it, so instead of doing the quarter note triplets like this, you could put it so it's like that. So flip it over an eighth note. 1, 2, here we go. This one feels way more comfortable than I thought it would. When I like relearned it, what was it, a week ago? Week and a half ago? A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, here we go. Yeah, so it's like not coordination or reading errors. It's just like my foot mechanics aren't great on some of the doubles. A 1, a 2, 1, 2, here we go. Like I knew Susie, then you would like her too, like her too, like her too. If you knew Susie, like I knew Susie, then you would like her too, like her too, like her too. So again, when playing the quarter note triplets, you can play it all at one height, or change it however you want, put accents wherever you want, kind of base it off the music you're playing, etc. But cool. mostly technically proficient. Again, the doubles on the bass were a little okay. Hey, we just graduated. Check it out. So this column A on the left, it takes the average of all the times that I played through this last. So when I just played through it as technically proficient, it updated this, so technically proficient. So next time we will skip this one because we're focusing on the ones that need a lot of work or are meh. And yeah, this one was good. Cool. So that means next time we're going to play eighth note triplets between floor tom and right. Hi-hat on 2 and 4. Oh, okay, so that one will be weird. I won't play it on the floor because my keyboard and mouse are there, but you do this the whole time? And you read through the pattern on the snare. So, you know, good luck to me, future me. Cool. All right, so I'm going to work on doubles with the foot. And we're going to do it 8... No, we're going to slow it down because it was not good last time. So we're going to do 70... question mark? With the feet. So a couple weeks ago, I got a double bass pedal. So this will be the first year I've actually ever worked this up. So my left coordination is not good. But we're going to work on that with the timing transitions inside of here. The first play along, rebound. We're going to go into the timestamps, and we're going to do it at 70. So what I'm going to do is 2 on the right foot, 2 on the left foot, and just keep repeating that over and over. So right, 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 left, right, right, left, left. And I'm using a heel-toe motion, a la Jojo Mayer style. Right, right, left, left. I'm getting an extra note because the motion's too exaggerated. Triple, left, left, right, right, 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 left, 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 right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left. Hear that little extra left on there? I'm trying to avoid that. So that's what I'm trying to work on. Like that. It's because my motion's too exaggerated. It's not economical enough, efficient enough. Try and minimize it. Thinking. Ready? Am. Right, left, left, right, 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 left, left, right, right, left, left. Okay. Feel like my bass pedal's moving the left one slightly. All right. One more rep. 1 and 2, and here we go. And left, left, right, right, left, left. So E, 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 E. What I'm trying to do with my foot. Feet. Sweet. Okay, so more comfortable than it was when we were playing through this faster. So, you know, making progress. Mostly leaning towards technically proficient, but mostly still meh in terms of its overall sound quality. I was making progress on it, so progress is being made. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to work on, the last thing, is I'm going to switch between heel down always for a full rep, and then heel up for a full rep. And I'm going to go into the technique section here. There's endurance and speed playlist. So inside of here, I was working on a chug variation with Hertas. So we're going to do that. And when I was playing through this, it was at 60, and it was kind of rough. Let's try it at 55. Whoop. Okay, so nice and slow. We're starting off with heel down entirely, and then the next rep we'll do heel up entirely. 2, and 1, and 2, and ready, and go, and... Okay, now heel up entirely. 1, and 2, and ready, and go. Can you tell which one I practice more? All right, so we're back down to heel down. Ready, and go. And... and heel up, 2, and 1, and 2, and Okay, I'm going to do it again with heel up because I need to work on that one more than the heel down. And this is last rep. Yeah, it's getting that extra note in there. But okay, so that felt more comfortable than it did when I was practicing it a few clicks faster. But once you get that like up to speed, like when you can play with the feet, ooh, that'll be fun. But you know, at the moment, we'll get there. It just takes practice. Now, this play along and all of the play alongs you can find on my home tab of YouTube. If you go to the home tab, underneath the home tab, we got drumming, gaming, computer science stuff. I'm a nerd. I like to share stuff that interests me. But under the drumming stuff, there's literally over 2,000 drumming tips videos and play alongs. If you scroll through here, it shows you all the playlists. Now, YouTube doesn't allow me to organize things as neatly as I would like. It's just kind of a big cluster. So if you go into any one of the play-alongs or any of the almost 100 drumming tips videos, the first link at the top of the description, where it's got all the timestamps for the BPMs, it takes you to my website. Here, this is where you'll find the 62 sharp exercises organized neater than I can on YouTube. We've got over 900, almost 1,000 grid variations here. Scroll down a little more. Over 100 timing exercises, 55 drum charts, straight and swung, a video on how to develop independence. So this talks about what I was doing to practice this earlier. Over 440 marching bass exercises, over 350 technique exercises, all the drumming tips videos, all the prior live streams, and then some scripted lessons, and then some not sponsored product reviews of some drum pads and whatnot. All of this content is free. If you see a video that says members first, that just means it's scheduled to release. There's currently over 460 videos scheduled to release, so more than a year's worth of content that's coming out over the next 460 plus days. So stay tuned for that. Plenty more to come. I'm constantly working on more stuff. Like I'm trying to finalize the edits for the how to hold traditional grip video because of March Snare. I want to create a video on how to do that. So stay tuned for that. That'll come out on Monday and released to everybody for free. So for those of you who are paid members, thank you. I appreciate it. It does help me out, but you don't have to pay for any of this stuff. I want it to be free. No, I don't teach lessons. No, I don't do sponsored stuff. This is all just me creating stuff that's trying to help out y'all. If you have questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I do respond to all the comments. Sometimes it takes me a couple days because I'm usually trying to stay busy creating stuff rather than just going and checking the metrics and whatnot. But I'm going to call it here, and I'm going to get ready for a new game called the Stanley Parable. I don't actually know much about it. I just heard it's a really good game, and apparently there's a lot of different endings. So stay tuned for that. It'll probably take me 20 minutes to like completely rearrange the room and whatnot, and then we'll be back on streaming with some game and stuff. But again, if you enjoy this stuff, just share it with somebody else. Oh, and if you're not sure where to start, because there's literally thousands of stuff to work on, this video right here, that says start here if you don't know what to practice, is a stream. And inside of this, it has the timestamps in the description that shows different topics. Like if you want to figure out, well, how do I improve my rolls? Go to that section. If you want to figure out how to improve a marching bass drum, go to that section. So this has different sections to show you like stuff that you can practice to be able to work on your thing. So I kind of like break down, here's what this exercise is, here's how you use that, here's what this other exercise is, here's how you use that, etc. You can check that out. Anyways, I'm rambling too much. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. I appreciate people stopping in and using these free resources and sharing it with other people, but I'm going to call it. So goodbye.